Last but certainly not least, my beautiful dragonfly. So if you've chosen the pink dragonfly, this is your reading. Let's go. Let us go. Ooh, look at that. We're making plans, baby. We're making plans. We have the quill. We're making plans. And it's going to be interesting to see what type of plans we're making. So we have the telescope, we're making plans toward the future. We have the compass, which way are we going? We have the money, we're creating that abundance and that prosperity that gives us the opportunity to succeed, to strategize, to look toward the future, to make plans on what direction to go. We also have a key. The key is the key. The key is the knowledge that you seek in order to strategize. The key is knowledge that you seek to look toward the future, to decide what direction to go and how do I make the money in order to get there. So if you're looking to move, if you're looking to go on a trip, to buy a new house, to buy a new car, if you're looking to bring in material things in your life, right now is the time to start strategizing. If you're looking to go on that European vacation, that Jamaican vacation, if you're looking to go, okay, here we go. If you're looking to, if your friends are going on a vacation and they really want you to go and you keep saying you can't afford it, right now is the time to strategize and to make plans on how you are going to obtain the finances to be able to join them on this trip. And I don't want you to overthink it because it will be happening. It's just, let's start strategizing and planning. Are there things around your house you could be selling? Are there odd jobs that you could be doing? Do you have a talent that no one knows about, that if you put that talent into existence, that you could be making money hand over fucking fist? Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, so let us see what the tarot says, because we're going on a trip. I almost feel like the Four of Pentacles. It's like, you know, now that I've acquired all of this abundance, I'm afraid to kind of let it go because I don't know if any more will come back, or if I'll be able to obtain any more. So, I mean, look, so that Four of Swords energy is about thinking it, right? We are evaluating and we're reevaluating on how we strategize to get to where we want to be. We are following our intuition. This isn't some let's take a nap and think about it. This is really, really allowing yourself to deep dive into the energy of how do I obtain A, B, C in order to get to where I want to be, to have the life I want, to have the house I want, the car I want, go where I want, do what I want, right? So we are no longer wanting to be put in that box of my goodness gracious, we are no longer desiring to be put in that box of lack, right? We want to live. Auntie Mame said it best. Live, baby, live. 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 All right. So look at that. And we're living. And we're living. And we're living. Look at her. She is nurturing what she is creating. She has planted the seeds of abundance. And as they are growing, she, for some reason, I just want to cry. Anyway, she is nurturing the seeds that she has planted. She's making sure the trees are steady and strong and upright. She's making sure that the grapes on the trees are abundant and fruitful, right? She's taking her time and her energy and putting it into whatever this is to make sure that that tree, that abundance, that prosperity, that plant gives back to her tenfold, right? If you have something that you truly want, you put your energy into it and you nurture it and you allow it to come back to you. And that's where a lot of people hinder. Some people feel guilty about going from nothing to everything. I don't know if I deserve it. Why me? Why you? Because you work fucking for it. That's why you. Why you? Because you put the fucking energy out there to get it. That's why you. Why you? Because you've spent so much of your fucking life in lack that you don't know how good it fucking feels to have something. So now it's time to stop and to evaluate and reevaluate and try to let go of all of that, of lack, of why me, of doubt, of guilt, because you're putting too much emotion into that, and we're walking away from all of it. We're no longer filling the cups of lack. We're no longer filling the cups of doubt. We're no longer filling the cups of why me. We're no longer filling the cups of guilt. You worked very hard to get here. Why feel guilty about it? Every single fucking person in this world has the same opportunity as you to grow in abundance, to grow in love, to grow in opportunity, to grow in possibility, to grow in prosperity, right? You shouldn't feel guilty because you're there. You shouldn't feel guilty for putting in the work. You shouldn't feel guilty for planning. You shouldn't feel guilty for strategizing and planning for your future. You shouldn't feel guilty for obtaining the knowledge. You shouldn't. You shouldn't, because trust me, there are other people who are doing the same thing as you, and they're not feeling guilty because they're on that vacation to Fiji or wherever. All right, let us see. That is... Okay, so we have dogs getting together with a group of friends. We have dark man. This could be a dealing or relationship with someone with dark hair and dark complexion. And we have weeping willow, and this is family sorrow. You know that whole Eight of Cups, walking away from what you have been given a lot of your emotion to, filling up the cups of other people while you, and now that we have the weeping willow, and the Eight of Cups makes a little bit more sense, because sometimes when we think we're actually working for ourselves, what we're actually doing is working for everybody else around us. And what we're working towards, what we are manifesting, what we are, what we have, goes to other people. Does that make sense? So say that you have this big family and you have always been the breadwinner of the family, and you work your ass off like a dog, and every money, every dollar, every cent, everything that you make goes towards everything that they want, right? So the kids are grown, they're off living their lives, you're an empty nester. This is just a scenario, and now you have this opportunity to start really living your life. And you're feeling guilty because for a very long time you were all about living life for them, and now you get the opportunity to live it for yourself. And that could be a very sad thing for some. And for some it could be a death in the family. For some it could be the ending of a relationship or a partnership, because you have dreams and you have desires. And this may sound heartbreaking, but sometimes there are people in our lives who don't want to see us succeed because they haven't succeeded. Sometimes there are people in our lives who don't want to see us succeed, or don't want to see us do our own thing because they feel we are obligated to them, to helping them, to help them succeed, or help them, or live for them, or carry them. You know what I mean by carry them? So you're on the precipice of something amazing here, and you really have to make a decision on what you choose to do with that. So, and sometimes it could be a very difficult choice for some. For others, it's like, I'm out. Having the confidence to make the right decision. Offer forgiveness where forgiveness is needed. Have the confidence to make the decision to forgive. Have the confidence to make the decision to walk away. Have the confidence to make the decision to do what you need to do for you and your life, regardless of how other people feel about it. Because this is about loving yourself enough to know that you are worthy of it. Loving yourself enough to know that you are worthy of what it is that you're growing, what it is that you're walking towards, what it is that you're manifesting, what it is that you are strategizing about. I reap what I sow. What were we just talking about? Today, I remember that all I think and all I do will come back to me in some way. I understand that I reap the fruits of what I sow and fill my life with thoughts and deeds of abundance, light, and love. I sow these seeds knowing I will harvest the greatest of riches, harvesting the greatest of riches, love. I love this card. And I love that it came out talking about what we were talking about. Is that cool or what? 880, there's the abundance card again. Blessings are here and more on the way. Let yourself feel the abundant flow of prosperity that is all around you. As you stand in the highest self, you attract. As you stand in your highest self, you attract all that you once were seeking. Giving is always the doorway to success. The more good I do in the world, the more abundant my life grows, and I radiate the energy of loving kindness. Okay, this is what I want to say. Don't confuse that good that you're doing in the world, because there are some people who will take that good for granted. All I'm saying. Azurite, insight, intuition, and expansion. Azurite is a stone of deep insight and spiritual awakening. It activates the third eye, enhances intuition, and opens pathways to higher guidances. This crystal supports inner vision, helping you access the subconscious with clarity and truth. This is the third eye, Sagittarius, and air energy. I see beyond the surface and trust my inner knowing. That weeping willow, that family sorrow, could be the death of someone, because that just popped in my head. It could be the passing of someone, and you're really evaluating how to deal with that. But in the meantime, you are being given, right, something. And I mean, that's a scenario too. You could be given something that really puts you on the path to success, lays the groundwork for your future. And there may be other people who are a little salty about that, but that is what it is. And they will have to deal with that in their own little old ways, right? There's forgiveness and confidence involved, but there's also walking away from giving any more emotional energy to the situation. Love yourself enough to forgive. Love yourself enough to have confidence, but also love yourself enough to walk away. Know that you're divinely guided and loved, my friend.